G'day everybody and welcome to my channel, Viking Gamer. I'm Viking, and today we're going to have a little look at the Crusader Intrepid. We've got the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo going on at the moment. Okay, have I actually claimed that? Oh, retrieve.
Vehicle select. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
And unfortunately I'm not going to have time to do a video and a dive into each day of the expo due to work commitments, but I want to give my 10 cents worth on the latest little bundle of controversy wrapped into a ship, the Intrepid. Not that it's earth-shattering controversy, but there's a little bit of talk going on about it, and I'd like to give my 10 cents worth. Anyway, Crusader Industries, who are renowned for their ships with a little bit of asymmetry design, have brought out a new starter ship. Was going to have a look at this on the showroom floor, but unfortunately there's a bug that's only letting me access the Zenith Hall, and Aegis isn't in the Zenith Hall. And this is the Intrepid. And it's the latest startup ship to the line. Starter ship to the line. Lineup of ship. The latest starter ship to the lineup. As you can see, it follows similar design language to a couple of the other ships, which I'll bring up soon to give you a comparison. But basically, one of the other things that they're famous for is on fighters and smaller craft just having one big weapon as opposed to multiples. Like, for example, my Tavaran light fighter, I've got two rhinos, one under each wing. This just has the one rhino, smack on the side of it, and you can see just here the nose wheel, so you can see just how offset it is. And that little slot there, just got two missiles in that. Some people are a bit divisive over the look of it. I'll jump inside so we can get another little look. Basically, it's like Origins 400i. You either love the looks of it or you hate the looks of it. It's just one of those things.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on.
Okay, so have a little look from the outside. So yeah, we've still got the ladders down, the ladder down. So, but despite that, you can still get the basic feel. Now, the main piece of controversy is when the ship first came out, that large gun was a size smaller. Like, you've currently got a size 4 Rhino in there, but before, I can't remember which manufacturer it was a different manufacturer of weapon, but they had a laser cannon as opposed to a repeater, and it was a size smaller, it was a size 3 weapon. And it really was underpowered and barely able to defend itself. Let's go back into the cockpit. At the moment, for some reason, we're allowed to fire weapons inside our hangar. You can see the muzzle flash in the corner there. As you can see, it pretty much dominates the design language of the ship. Because looking at the little holographic HUD up in the top left corner, again you can see it's just a solid white little line as just all weapon, and that basically mirrors the Ares series of heavy fighters, which they had. Whoop, wrong button. So anyway, CIG have been accused of allegedly, and I say allegedly because I don't necessarily believe this is the case. This is a game in development and they're trying to get the balancing right for combat, and so they're going to change the stats of ships as the game goes on through development while they get the balance right. But some people have suggested that CIG is deliberately reducing the abilities of other ships to make the newer ships look even better and encourage people to spend their money. I think that's a bit of an unfair statement. I don't necessarily agree with it, but people are entitled to their opinions. I personally don't hold with that, but when this ship came out, guess what? People were complaining that it was underpowered. So people have gone from complaining that new ships were more powerful than the previous ships which people have got, to this new ship is unable to defend itself. Because when it came out, it had a size 3 instead of a size 4, which it's got now. So, it's possible, this is just my theory, that CIG being upset about the criticism of nerfing ships, which already existed, may have reduced the firepower of the new starter to try and appease people and make them happy. And of course, when you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody. And so people said it's underpowered, and CIG was like, okay, we'll upgrade the size of the weapon. And when you look at how snugly this size 4 fits into that slot, and I didn't get to play with this ship before the weapon upgrade, but the previous weapon, because of the size difference between, the physical size difference between a size 4 weapon and a size 3 weapon, it really didn't look right in that slot. I'll actually show you a size comparison of some of the Klosch and Warner repeaters to give you an idea of what I mean. Anyway, just to give a little bit of comparison about the different weapon sizes. Like your smallest weapons are your size 1s, and so we've got the size 1 Bulldog repeater here. Klosch and Warner is my favourite weapons manufacturer in the game. Over here, size 2, you've got your Badger repeater, something that a lot of ships start with. Then over here you've got the Panther repeater, which is size 3. My 315p, I have a pair of these on it underneath the wings. I call it my ship's cat combo. And over here you've got your size 4 Rhino. So there's a big difference between a size 3 and a size 4. And when the Intrepid first came out, as I mentioned, it had a size 3, and now they've upgraded it to a size 4, but the size 4 just fits so snugly into that slot. It was clearly, obviously, originally built for one. That's just my personal theory. I could be horrendously wrong. But anyway, while we're here, we'll just have a look at the other sizes, because we can. What are you again?
This is a friendly reminder. The Tobin Expo Center is a STEM-free environment. Please refrain
Guardian
during your visit
repeater.
and have an amazing day.
So, size 5. And then the size 6, which is the biggest you can buy currently, and from memory this is a Mammoth. Yep, Mammoth. No, I don't want to purchase it, but it's quite interesting.
Attention visitors to the intergalactic
They go
airspace.
Bulldog, Badger, Panther, Rhino, Guardian, Mammoth, Guardian, animal names and all the others, except for the Guardian. I just found that a bit interesting about the Klosch and Warner weapons. Not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Anyhow. Okay, so with all of that said, that plus the general design language of this ship being like the Ares, Ion and Inferno, being designed predominantly around one weapon, it makes sense that it was probably originally designed with a weapon of this size in mind. Anyway, that's just how it looks to me. I don't think that CIG would be deliberately nerfing ships, but I believe in this case they may have got a little bit of cold feet with this one and knocked the weapon down a size and then brought it back to what it was meant to be originally after people said it's underpowered. Anyway, apparently it's still only just able to defend itself. I don't know, I haven't taken it into combat. Anyway, that's the main elephant in the room. Now to have a little chat about what is this ship actually for. Well, it's a starter ship. It's supposed to be able to do a little bit of everything. It's got the typical Crusader design language of lots and lots of doors. In here for a starter ship you've got some quite luxurious space. You've actually got a little table and a kitchen there. That's even more than my Origin ship. It's got a little kitchenette, but not necessarily a seating area. You've got your bed here for bed logging. I'm not sure, I think that's an armor locker. I think it's an armor locker and not an escape pod. And you've got a lot of weapon rack space and a cupboard. So that's quite a lot for a starter ship. You've got your bathroom. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, I think I'm bugging out a bit. Typical shower and toilet and a working mirror which removes your helmet. So I've gone into third person here so you can see the helmet. Go back into first person and the mirror removes your helmet. Creepy. And through here you've got an engineering console, which we've never seen in a starter ship before. And the other thing that's got a few people going a bit meh is the two cargo sections, both of which can hold 4 SCU, so that's a total of 8 SCU worth of cargo. And apparently those also double as an entrance and exit point of the vessel in question. The stairs are a very nice touch. But the thing is, you can't put a vehicle in that. And the Avenger Titan, from memory, holds 8 SCU, and it's got a ramp out the back, so you can actually load up a vehicle. So it's not a great deal of cargo. It's allegedly not the best fighter, so it's more just to, I personally believe, to deliver you to and from ground missions and ground quests, while giving you a taste of ship gameplay. Anyway, I'm going to try and take it out on a bounty mission and also a box delivery mission. Yep, we've got an external fuel port there for when we start fueling things up by hand. Close up the cargo bay from the outside here. Yes, apparently you can get in that and get in the ship. And considering some of the bugs which I've encountered with uneven terrain and trying to get back into my ship, that actually would be very handy. Anyway, just going to give a little bit of a comparison on the design, because apparently a lot of people really don't like the looks of this because it's a bit too boxy and a bit too asymmetrical, because the Spirit series, they've still got the cockpit in the centre of the ship. The Mercury Star Runner still has the cockpit in the centre of the ship, and here it's offset. That and the fact that it's very boxy, whereas the other ships, they've got a very sleek and streamlined. And also one thing that myself and a couple of other people have noted is the cockpit glass on the others actually comes a little bit over the nose on the others, but not on this one. Anyway, I'll just put this away and grab the Ion and the Inferno up so we can do a comparison of the looks. So we've called up the Crusader Ion, which is a heavy fighter made for duking it out with much larger ships. Okay, so here we have the Crusader Ion, one of the first of the Crusader ships that we got in the game, and already you can see is just a much more streamlined design. There's still a slight bit of boxiness to it from some angles, but not to the same degree. And like I said, here you can see the glass envelops part of the nose. And the cockpit is center, with the huge laser cannon just mounted on the shoulder. Can't remember what the size of that weapon is, but I think it's actually a size 7, and it's bolted to the ship. You can't get it off. You can't change this out for another weapon. It's what they call bespoke. Of course, this is just a fighter with no interior. Yeah, and you can see there's better view from the cockpit here, because you can see down a little bit. Turn everything on.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on.
Laser cannon off to the side. Strange that we're allowed to fire our weapons inside our hangar like this. Anyway, just go to the external view and just try and move slow so don't make people seasick. But yeah, it's just overall it's just a smoother, more rounded design language. Which you'll see again when we have a look at the Mercury Star Runner. here we have the Ion's sister ship, the Inferno. I was going to show you guys the Mercury Star Runner, but unfortunately I didn't rent that like I thought I did. But again, you can see the Intrepid is visually supposed to be a baby version of this. Just see the tip of that Gatling gun in the corner of my eye there, just in the left of the screen. Yeah, that's just how huge that is. Interesting that there's no sound on the weapons. But yeah, that's a slightly better design language than they've got on the Intrepid. Oh, don't get me wrong, some people absolutely love the look of the Intrepid and some people will hate it. I'm completely indifferent to it. Then again, my favourite shipping game is the 400i, which some people love the look of and other people hate the look of. And some people say, well, what's its job in the game? Same as the Intrepid. We don't quite know what its job in the game is. But that is a seriously good-looking ship. Oh well, that's all we've got time for in this particular adventure. I hope that you've enjoyed my unscripted little discussion, thoughts, first impressions about the Intrepid. I was hoping to get you some gameplay footage of me flying it around, perhaps doing some box missions and a bounty mission just to get a general feel of it, but unfortunately had a few issues of game crashes and my joysticks, so yes, I fly dual stick whenever I can. Anyhow, I'll try and get you some gameplay footage of the Fury later, at a later date. So it's bye for now. Hit like, hit subscribe. If you're new to Star Citizen and thinking of giving it a try, I will leave my referral code down in the description below. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. You don't need to use someone's referral code, but it gives us both little benefits if you do. And if you've got another favourite YouTuber, use their referral code instead. I don't mind. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next adventure.